Bedford, Dartmouth Community Media is proud to present Dartmouth High School Ice Hockey. Today, the hockey event of the year, as Stang takes on Dartmouth in the opening round of the Dartmouth Christmas Tournament. Paul Santos alongside Dylan Santos as usual. We've walked into the rink thousands of times, it feels like, over the last 20 years or so. And anytime you walk in and this game is about to be played, a whole different feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in this game, it's so important to just try to keep your composure, right? It's early in the season, and you got all your friends, your family here. It's the holiday season, so everybody's here to support you, and it's you just got to try to block out the crowd noise. I mean, you definitely notice some there, but just some great matchups over the years between these two teams, and certainly hope for another one here tonight.
Well, the teams appear to be evenly matched. They're both undefeated. Dartmouth is 3-0. Stang is 2-0-1. Team's a little bit different. Dartmouth probably a little bit better up front, but Stang very tough on defense and very tough in net.
Yeah, and you know, these teams have been so even over the last 15 years or so that's made it a lot of fun too, and they've seen each other so many different times. But you're right, you got two totally different teams. You got a team that's heavy up front, you got another team that might be a little deeper, a little more physical, you know, and a little better on the back end. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, this is going to be a classic showdown of two different teams and those different styles, and hope for another good one.
Should be a great game. It always is. It's Dartmouth and Stang. We drop the puck next right here on DCTV. Moments away from the drop of the puck here at Hedlund Arena, Dartmouth and Stang. Nothing like it in the area in hockey. Two evenly matched teams, great coaches on the other side there for Stang, Ken Govea. And for the Dartmouth Indians, Mike Capel, a lot of knowledge. And again, both teams coming out here tonight, neither one with a loss, just the way you would like it.
Yeah, and like you said in the open, these are two teams that have been, pretty even for the last, 15 years or so.
Take a look at the starting lines right there. Alan Nicolosi Freight, Martin Harworth Medeiros, Susan Larrabee Pacheco, Sylvia Nelson, Cannon Charbonneau, the goaltender J.P. Kearney, who backed up Gamache last year. Doesn't really have a lot of experience, but came out strong in that Bourne tournament. There he is right there. Going to need a good game from him between the pipes, of course. Yeah, and he won the MVP of that tournament and really had a strong showing, so hopefully he can continue his hot goaltender role here in this tournament. And Dory in goal for Stang, just an outstanding goaltender, standing at 6'2". Looks like he takes up a lot of room in the net there and a lot of experience there for Bishop Stang. So we're underway.
Shoot low, get guys in front of the net, get some rebounds.
Play here in the neutral zone. Both coaches talking about discipline coming into the game tonight. And here's Nicolosi into the offensive end. Angelo with a shot. Glove saved by Dore. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for Dartmouth.
Yeah, and if you're looking for, the top shelf highlight reel goal, this really isn't with a guy who's 6'2", that's going to be, that top of the net's going to be taken away. And he may even be looking for it, especially in a game like this. You want to impress the home crowd, whatever, go top shelf. But, with a goaltender like this, you got to shoot low, get some screens, get some rebounds.
Bishop Stang barging into the offensive end. Luke Sylvia trying to defend. Centering pass. Lifting the stick was Peyton Allen on the back check. Nice back check there by Peyton Allen as the Indians are on their heels for the moment. Allen has it now, plays it around to the near side. Staying on the near side, Andrew Carusi playing the left point. Big hit here in the corner. Large crowd as usual tonight at the Helen Arena as student body has a shot through. Glove saved by Kearney. Juicy rebound. Scored! Oh, it's no goal. It went over the crossbar. Excuse me. Somehow he missed it. Right over the crossbar. And then a juicy rebound almost hurt the Indians.
Yeah, it looks like that one actually hit the crossbar and came right up.
The rebound dangerous.
Yeah, and he had a lot of net to shoot at, and he just missed it. See right here, juicy rebound right in front of the net, and just missed that top corner.
So the Indians dodging a bullet there as the face-off back in the neutral zone. And this is Sam Caniff for the Indians. At Dory behind the net. Leaves it behind his own goal. The team's battle for position. Indians trying to get it out in the slot area, but Stang skates it out through the neutral zone. Kept in by the Indians. Big hit on the near side as getting hit that time was the Indians' Damian Medeiros. Centering pass, hops over the stick of Casaletti. They battle in the corner. Bishop Stang trying to move it out, and a big hit on the far side. Another hit delivered that time by Bishop Stang, and that was delivered by Brandon Cardelli. And there's a hit here by Sam Caniff on the near side. So teams throwing the body around in the early going. It's fine to do. Got to be disciplined. I know you talk about that a lot, Dylan, and both coaches talked about it before the game. And puck over the stick of Damian Medeiros.
Yeah, you want the big hit right in front of the home crowd, right? Hear the loud cheer and see another one right there. But you don't want to take yourself out of the play.
Jared Souza delivering that one.
Like you did right there.
Let's see, we have one of the officials coming over. We do have a penalty for tripping against Dartmouth. It's going to put Bishop Stang on the power play. We just talked about it before the game with the coaches.
Yeah, he came across the open ice, and it looked like he just tripped. I couldn't tell if he was trying to hit him or what it was. Looked like they got tangled up there, and then got the penalty.
Cullen Larrabee in the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Stang on the power play. Talking to Coach Ken Govier before the game. Stang, not an offensive power, but he's been happy with the power play. 38% on the power play so far this season. So I'm sure they work a lot on special teams as the wrist shot goes over the net of goaltender Kearney. Behind the net, Dartmouth's Josh Nelson trying to dig it out. He's got two Stang players on him as they battle behind goaltender J.P. Kearney, the junior goaltender. The backup to Gamache last year. And we have a whistle here. Faceoff is going to be called at the other end, it looks like.
Yeah, it was a nice job in the defensive zone by sophomore defenseman Josh Nelson back there, battling with two Stang forwards behind there. And hey, when you're in back there, right, they always teach you when you're on the power play. So Stang here is on the power play. When they're on the power play, get two guys on the puck, right, because you're up a man. So Nelson's back there going 1-on-2, and he's just battling. He's just trying to kill as much time as possible. He doesn't care if he wins the puck battle. If he just battles down there and is able to kill 10-15 seconds, fine, and that's what he was able to do. And it was a nice job by the rest of the penalty killers to notice that that's what he was doing, not go in there after him and leave a guy open in front of the net.
Luke Sylvia, senior defenseman in the corner, loses the puck to Stang. Puck played back to the near side. Ryan Martin, very talented defenseman here for Bishop Stang. Plays it into the left wing corner, tries to get the pass back, but it's cleared out by the Indians. First 45 seconds has been killed off by Dartmouth, but now Stang carries into the offensive end. Puck chipped out by the Indians. That's J.C. Freites. Luke Sylvia knocks a man down as he pokes the puck into center ice. Now it's stopped here by Sam Caniff. Chris Garvin now for Stang. Down to Martin. Very dangerous offensively as a defenseman. Centering pass, bouncing puck near the net. Knocked down, loose in the slot. Saved by Kearney off the stick of Jack Jedry. And the Indians can't clear it out. Stopped here by Garvin across to Martin. Martin moving in. Martin across to the circle. Back to the point. Shot to a screen. Over the glove of Kearney. We saw this last year. Bishop Stang doing a great job setting up in that formation. And they love to do the dot-to-dot pass. A shot through, saved by Kearney, rebound. Another stop by Kearney off the stick of Devin Allen, and the puck is cleared out.
Yeah, and if you're penalty killing, you got to recognize that they're trying to do that. They tried to do this the whole power play so far, is do that tic-tac across mid-ice type of play. You see Ovechkin or Pasternak for the Bruins kind of line up in that spot. If you recognize that, you're going to make sure your stick is always towards the middle of the ice. That way you block that lane completely.
Jack Jedry trying to go through the defense. Drop pass. Puck is bouncing at the circle. Indians can't get it out. That's a shot. That's off the crossbar and out of play. The Indians under attack here as Matt Walsh almost had one there.
And just at the top of the crossbar, as you take a look, as the penalty was just winding down, they were able to get a quick shot off here. And it looked like Gamache was, not Gamache, Kearney was screened, and I'm used to saying Gamache over the years.
Yes. Well, the Indians killed off the penalty, but Stang, wow, they had a lot of chances. And the puck is in the defensive zone right now. The Indians trying to create some offense. Here comes Freites. J.C. Freites into the offensive end to Allen, out of Nicolosi. Puck is cleared out here by Bishop Stang, and Luke Sylvia winds up. Long pass ahead, looking for Freites. Freites at the blue line, he's hit. Chance here now for Stang. That's Marcotte. Marcotte is drilled into the boards by Josh Nelson.
Yeah, see, and that's a good hit to put on right there. And Nelson doing a nice job of just angling his body position, so he takes away time and space from the puck. And when he does so, he's able to take his man out of the play as well. Perfect job.
J.C. Freites, nice job there collecting the puck just over the red line and burying it into the Stang end so the Indians could get a change. Down in the right wing corner now, Joey Pacheco. Really solid sophomore class that Dartmouth has here, and a lot of these sophomore players played as 8th graders. So even though they're sophomores, this is like, 2 years of experience. Very unusual. Luke Sylvia on the near side. Forecheck here by Chris Garvin of Bishop Stang. Rushing back the other way is Pacheco. Plays it in behind Dore. Leaves it for Martin. The Indians on the forecheck in the right wing corner. Teams trying to get possession on the near side in front of that Stang fan group down there. On the forecheck for the Indians, Jared Souza. Played out here by Stang. Stopped here by the Indians. That's Damian Medeiros. Shoots it right back in. Here comes Martin. Ryan Martin for Stang. Overskates it. Reed Martin steals it. Ryan Martin gets it back. Puck right along the blue line now comes to the near side. Follow up here by Sam Caniff. Behind the net, he is drilled hard by one of the Stang players. That was Consoletti. Now there's a wrist shot through, saved by Dore. Off the stick of Nick Howarth. There's a one-time shot, knocked that time by Martin. Oh, Martin took it in the leg. One of the top defensemen, and he's going to lip off the ice temporarily.
Yeah, and that was a nice job of just getting in the shooting lane right there and putting his body susceptible to block a shot for his team. And that was a hard shot, too. Yeah, those sting for a minute, then you're back out there.
Lining up that one-timer. Peyton Allen will take the face-off now in the offensive end here for Bishop Stang. Up against co-captain Matt Walsh for Stang. That goes into the right wing corner. Bishop Stang now getting it out to center ice. Luke Sylvia taken away. Here comes Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh gets drilled by Peyton Allen. Allen trying to dig it out. Moves it out through the neutral zone. He's checked at the blue line. Big hit checked there by number 5. That is Nicolosi. Yeah, this game has a lot more hitting than the first period of last year's game, but now we have a penalty for tripping. Now, who did he get here? I must have...
It was Nicolosi.
Missed that one, and I guess it is Nicolosi. Yeah, he's going to the penalty box.
Yeah, as a man was cutting across open ice, he kind of stuck his backside out to
Right.
trip him up. As you take a look here, kind of unnecessarily.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to do a hip check, but maybe got a little bit too much leg in there. Unfortunate. 2 power plays now for Bishop Stang. Can't operate like this all night. Puck cleared out there by Damian Medeiros. Second power play of the night for Stang. The Indians were able to kill the first one. On the move, here comes Justin Govea. Plays it back to the high area. Wrist shot through, blocked in front, rebound, bouncing puck. Ryan Martin now on the near side as Kearney keeps it out, and the puck is out to center ice. Samish Marshall through the neutral zone. Damian Medeiros slides it down. Behind the net, trying to kill off some time is Damian Medeiros. Medeiros plays it back, and the Indians kill some time as Sam Caniff gets it back to Luke Sylvia. Played it a little deep. Now Caniff is going to blast it out. Killed off a good 15, 20 seconds there. Same as Marshall coming up the right side. Behind the net. Marshall up on the right side. Indians carrying it out. Broken up by Nick Howarth. Wing to wing it goes. There's Jack Jedry. Luke Sylvia goes behind the net. Caniff back there too. A big battle. There's a shot from a bad angle, and Kearney was ready for it, keeping his stick on the ice. Colin Walsh in the corner. Plays it around. Caniff up against Jack Jedry. Luke Sylvia to the near side. Kept in here by number 10, Colin Walsh. Has a shot, saved by Kearney. Rebound, blocked in front that time by Sam Caniff. Shot from a bad angle, doesn't work. Stang set up in the offensive end from the circle, a wrist shot. Matt Walsh misses the net. From a bad angle, the puck is hurled into the slot area. Now it is banked out by the Indians. And now out of the penalty box came Nicolosi. And Nicolosi's offside. Almost a break for the Indians there at the end of the penalty.
Plenty of opportunities for Stang. You can look at this one of two ways, right? You know, Kearney is in there and he's getting peppered with shots, but sometimes early in the game, right, the nerves are going, you get peppered with shots, you get in the groove, right, you're down the other end, you're not getting anything, you're cold, completely cold, get no shots, and then, you know, also one squeaks by or something like that. The other end of it is, well, you know, one of these is going to go in, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, there's two different ways of looking at it, but he's definitely handling himself well in a big moment like this. Hasn't been a starter in this game yet, so this is great to see out of Kearney.
Puck cleared down by Bishop Stang, and it is going to be icing. So Bishop Stang on the power play, 2 power plays, not good for the Indians. Got to be a little more composed, but looking at the bright side, 2 big kills by Dartmouth. And again, you see that crowd out here tonight. Always great to see the tremendous fan support in this great Dartmouth-Stang hockey rivalry. Peyton Allen down there with the face-off. Nicolosi with a backhander, couldn't get it by Dore. That was sneaky. Came right off the face-off, and Nicolosi tried to get it under the blocker. Yeah, the Indians haven't really got that good shot on net against Dore so far. As the puck goes behind the net. Stang kind of carrying the play. I mean, they've had the 2 power plays, but I think even at even strength, I think Stang has had a little bit more opportunities down here as the puck is played down deep. There's a quick shot. High and wide by Stang. The rebound goes all the way out to the neutral zone. Joey Pacheco couldn't get by Martin. And here comes Ryan Martin. Behind the net. Crashing in there is Matt Walsh. Nicolosi on the near side. Nicolosi takes the hit. Plays it around to the near side. Stopped here by Jack Jedry. Played down deep around behind the net. Stang carrying the play. Even here at even strength. And the puck is tossed out by the Indians, and is it enough for icing? Yes, it is. So Stang all over him during that last sequence.
Yeah, and I think you're starting to see, you know, with the 2 penalty kills, the Dartmouth forwards wearing down just a little bit. I know it's still in the first period here, but you get your second legs here and keep going. I mean, but Dartmouth doing a good job on the penalty kill, though, making sure that those sticks are in the passing lanes and their bodies are in front of the shooting lanes, making sure that that cross-middle pass to the backside isn't susceptible, and doing a good job so far with placing their bodies and their sticks in the right places.
Senior Luke Sylvia with it now across to Paul Duarte. Too far ahead of Damian Medeiros. Another icing against the Indians. Face off back in the Dartmouth end. A couple of interesting things here, Dylan. As a player here, Nick Howarth is a sophomore from Dartmouth. Last year was a freshman, played for Bishop Stang. Very hard-working player this year over at Dartmouth. So there's been a couple of players here and there that have played in the rivalry from both sides, and what a unique perspective that must be.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, being on one team and then having to hop over to the other team the next year. But I guess that is a cool thing to kind of be able to do that and see both sides of it and be involved in this rivalry either way.
Reed Martin on the far side takes the hit. Martin passes it up looking for Damian Medeiros, too far ahead. Chip back here by Marshall. Reed Martin keeps it in. The puck is in the right wing corner. The Indians have not really been able to sustain an attack in the offensive end. This is only one period. Right wing corner, Dartmouth. Puck flipped out. Going back to get it right now, Kyle Charbonneau. Puck blasted in here by Damian Medeiros, stopped by Matt Dore. Behind the net, flipped on the near side. Sam Caniff for Dartmouth tries to keep it in. Carried out here by Jack Jedry of Bishop Stang. Jedry into the offensive end. Slides it down. Stopped here by Nick Howarth, and he knocks a man down. Stang throws it at the net. That misses. J.C. Freitz in the corner for Dartmouth. Behind the net. Now it's Nick Howarth. Carrying the puck out for the Indians is J.C. Freitz. Leaves it for Nicolosi. Angelo down deep. Keeping the puck outside the dots is this Bishop Stang defense. Peyton Allen couldn't pursue it, and the puck is cleared out. We have another icing, and talking to head coach Ken Gover before the game, emphasizing defense. They have a system, staying with the system and trying to bog down the Indians' offensive attack.
Looks like they got a new assistant coach over there. Looks like Ryan Gover,
yes,
joining his father over there. Played here at Dartmouth High with myself, and then he went on, played juniors with the Bandits, and then he went on to play for Babson University. Was a very good player for them, and then went over and played professional last couple years in France. So it certainly can shed some unique perspective to these players and teach them the way.
Remember, you're playing with a lot of these players, including Ryan Gover. And of course, you got Doc Purcell's there and Frank Gomes. On the other side, Mike Capello, Brian Rose, Derek Martin, Coach Grieve, Coach Martin, Andrew Medeiros over there. You played against Andrew Medeiros. So a lot of familiar hockey faces in the arena tonight. As well it should be. As Martin flips it around. Stopped here. The Indians throw it toward the net. It got deflected. Getting traffic in front of Dore and trying to get a tip. That could be big tonight. In the offensive end, the Indians, that's Jared Souza. Taking away the Stang Spartans through center ice. Souza battling for the puck. Trying to keep it in, and he does. He hurls it in deep, and Colin Walsh comes around for the Indians. Cullen Larrabee for Dartmouth takes the body. Puck goes behind. We have 2:20 to go here in the first period. The Indians working hard to keep the puck in the offensive end. It's cleared out by Stang, but it goes on net. No icing. Sylvia up through center ice. J.C. Freitz collected here by Peyton Allen. Peyton Allen down the right wing side. 2 minutes left in the first period. 0-0. Stang and Dartmouth. On the right wing side, Sylvia to the net. Blocked in front. Big rebound. Allen saved by Dore. By the time Allen could get that shot off, Dore was set up. But that first shot through a screen almost made it through.
Yeah, no, definitely the Indians' best opportunity of the night so far. And like you said, Dore setting up before Allen could get that second shot away. And it looked like he wanted to dish it, but it looked like shooting it was his only option there. That was way offside.
Like Ryan Martin was drilled at center ice. There was no penalty called, but Ryan Martin, their top defenseman, he was upended in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, Dartmouth's best opportunity of the night so far, just a block shot in front, and then Allen took his time just to make sure he corralled the puck and was able to get a shot off, and something the Indians haven't really been able to do much this period so far, so gonna get shots.
Dore goes out to play it, but Damian Medeiros pursuing it in the right wing corner. And now we have a whistle in the corner. Let's see what this is all about. Well, they're opening up the penalty box.
That's to grab another puck.
Okay. That would be the third time we've seen that door open. So no penalty there. Face off now to the left of Doré. See those referees out there working out. I know, Dylan, you've been officiating youth hockey games and enjoying it. So I know you've been on the bench as a player, been out there now as an official. So and now up here as an announcer. Seen the game from a lot of different angles. A lot of fun.
Yeah, usually it's like a lot less people in the rink during the games that I do that. Which maybe is bad. Maybe I can hear everything they're saying.
Yeah, when you get yelled at, it echoes throughout the arena.
Yeah.
Kyle Charbonneau goes back to get it, but there is an icing, so the Indians get an offensive zone faceoff. Feels like the Indians need to kind of regroup at the end of the period here. We don't want to give up anything, and we've talked about that 1,000 times too. You don't want anything bad to happen in the last minute of the period, but feels like the Indians need to regroup a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the two penalties haven't helped them in this period as far as them being able to get on a roll, any type of roll. But I think their best, obviously the best opportunity just coming up right there. We just saw the replay, but they just got to keep it up. It looks like they got just a little bit of something going here.
Puck is in the offensive end and has been for the last 30 seconds or so. We're under a minute to play in the period. Allen behind the net. Comes out of the corner with it, a backhander. Blocked in front, Doré hugging the post. There's a sneaky play as the Indians try to come from behind the net. Allen goes back there again. Allen plays it back to Sylvia. Sylvia across, tried to set up the one-timer. Tipped that time out in front. Couldn't throw it out in front. That was Freites. J.C. Freites battling. Puck taken away. And back to get it is Sam Caniff. So a good sequence there by Dartmouth as the puck is played in and we're down to the final 25 seconds. Indians couldn't move it to the middle area. Carried out here by Stang. A lot of body checking and both teams really, not just body checking, but playing very positionally well defensively. Puck now goes behind the Stang net. We're down to the final 7 seconds. Looks like Stang's going to run the clock out here. That's Marshall killing the last few seconds off. And the first period is history. The big story of the first period would be 2 Stang power plays totaling 4 minutes, 2 and 2. Great opportunities, but the Indians managed to keep them out of the net and a 0-0 game.
2 Stang penalties and 2 shots off the crossbar, which is not a shot on net, but close enough, right? So, I mean, Stang obviously had their opportunities. You had the 2 power plays. But kudos to Dartmouth for being able to kill those penalties. You can get on a roll that way. You really can. And Kearney's doing a great job in net so far. He looks like he's seen the puck well, making adjustments as necessary. So, look, they'll go into the room here. They'll hear, a little bit about staying out of the box. They'll come back out, and we'll see what they can do.
So it's Stang 0 and Dartmouth 0 after 1. We'll be back with the exciting second period. Coming up next right here on Dartmouth Community Media. Second period action about to begin here at Hedlund Arena. Paul Santos and Dylan Santos along with you for the ride. For those who are watching live on Dartmouth Community Media YouTube channel, a shout out to you. Just kind of shared it around Facebook so that people would know that the game was on if they happen to be out of the area or not able to get down here tonight. And watch the game right here. Take a look at that Dartmouth bench. Head coach Mike Capello. I think he has to be thinking, you know what? We dodged a couple of bullets there in the first period, and maybe we can pick it up from here and do something with that. Because, like you said, sometimes when you dodge a bullet, it's a lift for your team.
Absolutely, and especially when you're penalty killing and it kind of, someone blocks a big shot or, you make a nice play and on the back end, it kind of gets the bench going, and it's great to see that sort of thing.
Puck is in the Dartmouth end. Comes out through center ice. Peyton Allen tried to make a long pass through. Intercepted that time by Carusi as the Indians looking to break out. There's Luke Sylvia backhanding it in. Talked about the teams playing solid defense. I know coach has talked about do not give up any odd man rushes. That's always a big thing. You make a mistake, you take a chance at the blue line or something, and all of a sudden it's 2-on-1 the other way. Yeah,
and a mistake like that can cost you the game, but you tend to do that later in the game. If you're down, you got to start taking chances to get back into it.
There's Martin, goes for the wrist shot, blocked in front. Martin blocked the shot. The puck goes down on Kearney. He also got knocked down at center ice, but he's back out there and looking for an offensive opportunity. Face-off coming up in the offensive end for Bishop Stang. Yeah, Dartmouth Community Media. It's a combination of DCTV and media. We have a lot of things happening here at DCTV. Of course, the game's on television, but also YouTube, and we have a lot of on-demand stuff you can watch. It's all in nice high definition. So we're happy to be growing as we proceed along, and the puck is now down in the Dartmouth end. Behind the net, Jack Jedry moves it up through center ice. Talk about these players. Most of them know each other very well as here comes Damian Medeiros. Shot saved that time by Dory. Great chance that time by Damian. Damian Medeiros getting a good look at the net that time.
He tried to go top shelf and he hit the goaltender right in the mask, but he had the spot open. He just missed it.
Save that time on Tyler Beck, back the other way. So both teams getting good shots on net in the early going here in period number 2. Nice rush this time by Nick Howarth. Howarth stolen. Back comes Stang. A break down the right side here by Tyler Beck. Beck is knocked down by Luke Sylvia. Now in the neutral zone, Stang slides it down behind the net. Stopped here by Kearney. Kearney's going to play it safe and cover it up.
Take a look at the replay here, and it's just he had that top corner open. It's tough to go top on Dory. He's 6'2", right? So maybe goaltender's a little shorter. Maybe that goes over his shoulder and into the back of the net. But that one hits him right in the face mask, right on the right side of his face mask. And like I said, tough to go top shelf on him. You're going to have to shoot low and get your rebounds, get your second chances.
Great save that time by Kearney on that one-timer. That might be perhaps his best save of the night as the one-timer went on Kearney, and he reacted and kicked it out. Here's Ben Saunders up to center ice. Bumps into Paul Duar. Been a hard-hitting game all night. Puck at the near side. Stang plays it around to the far side. Dobbin tries to keep it in. That's Ben Saunders at the blue line. Now at the top of the circle out in front. Stopped by Howarth. That was a bouncing puck, but Howarth seems to be fairly comfortable in that net as he stops Chris Govan of Bishop Stang. There he is.
And you mentioned, obviously a physical game so far. But it hasn't been dirty, though. Everything's been fairly clean for the most part. But hey, you talk about Hetland and these FMC rinks. They are a little smaller than your standard regular arena like, up in Bridgewater or Raynham. There's less room behind the net. So you get back there, you got less room to work with. You get less time and space. You're going to make quicker decisions. And these are two teams that are used to playing here, though. They practice here, played here for years. So, you just got less time and space. You got to make a decision quick.
Chance here now for Stang as they rush into the Dartmouth Indian end. Back to the point it goes. They're looking to shoot it through a screen. It's blocked in front. Puck slides down here into the Stang end that it is going to be icing.
Yeah, he was looking for Nicolosi, and Nicolosi didn't see the pass coming. It just missed his stick and went down for icing. But Indians responding well here. I mean, I think that, in this type of game, and we've seen it over the years, it tends to be pretty back and forth. Second period, things settle down a little bit. and the better team starts to emerge for that night. So we should be seeing that here soon.
Matt Walsh taking the face-off against Peyton Allen for the Indians. It bounces in quickly on J.P. Kearney, the junior goaltender, and he'll tie it up. With 12:05 to go in the second period.
And he's making all the right decisions. Just tying up the puck, take the face-off is fine. You don't want to start screwing around back there, trying to drop it, pass it. Just play it safe, take the face-off.
And we have another face-off. Goes into the corner, curled up off of the ceiling. And yet again another face-off down there to the left of goaltender Kearney. Another evenly matched battle between Stang and Dartmouth. It seems like every year these games are hard hitting, tight checking, great atmosphere. Allen, pass up ahead, a little bit too far ahead of Nicolosi. Puck banks back out, the Indians collect on their own end. Josh Nelson, all the way across. Caniff plays it up through the neutral zone. Chipped ahead by Nelson. Stopped here by Bishop Stang. Bank pass ahead, looking for Adam Simmons. Taken away by the Indians' defense. Up through the neutral zone. Long wing-to-wing pass to Angelo Nicolosi. Looking for Freites. Tries to get it down in the slot. Freites was being checked as he went to the net.
And that shot's along the ice. Never know. You get a rebound there for Freites, who's crashing the net.
Yeah, Freites was crashing the net. Put that puck down on net. A lot of times you can get a redirect, get a surprise on goaltender Dore. 6'2", takes up a lot of the net down there.
Yeah, if you can just flutter that thing on a net, who knows what happens. Get a rebound. Freites crashing the net, going down with a stick down on the ice. But that's what you need more of. You need guys crashing net full speed, making sure they get right to that front net area. And if you keep doing that, get some bodies out in front of this guy, good things are going to happen.
Luke Sylvia, senior co-captain, looking for Damian Medeiros, gets stood up on a nice defensive play there by Marshall. Playing the man as Aguiar has it now. Through the neutral zone. Chipped ahead here by Stang. Now it's taken away. A chance here for Medeiros. A save that time by Dore. Had Charbonneau breaking down the wing as well. And Damian Medeiros gets a good look at the net.
Medeiros did a nice job of staying on side here. Came into the zone backwards, which is okay as long as you have control of the puck. What he was able to do is you take a look right here on the right-hand part of your screen. He has control of the puck, so that's not offside. He comes in, and as his body gets turned, it was kind of an awkward shot. His body kind of turned up on him. He didn't really have much to shoot at as Dore did a nice job coming out and challenging the play.
Yeah, Luke Sylvia got a shot on net. It went through a screen. It looked like it might have tipped somebody. How about Reed Martin? Talk about crashing the net. Went flying to the crease. Dore equal to the task. Nick Howarth taking the face-off for Dartmouth. Trying to make his way to the net. Can't do it. Colin Walsh in the corner. Indians looking to make a play. Skated away here, however, by Justin Govea. Now it's Reed Martin for the Indians. Martin couldn't get it out in front. On the forecheck, Dartmouth trying to play it to the front of the net. Skated away here by Justin Govea. Now it's Damian Medeiros. Medeiros to the net. Medeiros out in front. Oh, and he couldn't connect up with number 9, Nick Howarth. Great opportunity for the Indians. It almost looked like it was a 3-on-1.
Yeah, Medeiros sent it over just a little too late. They got too close to Dore, and he was able to sort of intercept that pass a little bit.
Hard to handle pass. And back the other way comes Stang. Jack Jedry slides it down. Winding up now the Indians. Long pass up ahead. Goes off the stick of Freites. No icing. Freites tries to get the rebound. Martin banks it away. Stopped here by the Indians. They play it down deep. Nicolosi goes higher on the forecheck. Nicolosi gets the position. Throws it out in front. Couldn't connect up that time with Freites. Taken away here now by Stang. Slides down on goaltender. And covering up will be Kearney.
Hey, what? I like this Freites kid. He's all over the place. Crashing the net. Forechecking hard.
Just like the way everyone's playing. Everyone's playing hard for the most part, clean. And it's just been an exciting game so far. Even though we haven't had any goals, it's been, the second period has definitely been more up and down. No penalties as of yet. Now a chance here for Dartmouth. Here comes Freites. Freites down the wing, out in front. Deflected away by Martin. What a great defensive play by Martin to stop Nicolosi. Now it's Freites again. Freites with a shot through, tipped wide of the net. Nicolosi got a piece of it. Now Nicolosi winding up. Nicolosi trying to make a move. Throws it down near the net. Freights throws it out in front. No one there. Now on the forecheck, it is Josh Nelson trying to keep it in, pinching at the left blue line. And now it's out to center ice. Some big chances here for Dartmouth as they've picked up the offense here in the second period.
That's a nice job by Howarth, recognizing Nicolosi going to that. I mean, his shot was intended to tip off Nicolosi's stick, and he was able to tip it. And those are the kind of goals you're going to have to get against Dore. And he did a nice job there, recognizing his teammate going to the net, putting it on his stick, and creating the opportunity.
There's Martin with a shot wide of the net. From the other point, it's kept in by Stang. Circling around now is Matt Walsh for the Spartans as the puck is on the near side. Out through center ice it goes all the way down there. Looking to go get it is Andrew Carusi. Out through center ice and all the way down into the Dartmouth end. Icing is waved off. And it's banked out by the Indians. All the way down into the Dartmouth offensive end, that it is going to be icing against Bishop Stang. Well, very exciting second period so far. The puck's not going in the net, but both teams are getting opportunities.
Yeah, some back and forth action, but you got to like the way the Indians have responded after that first period where it seemed like they kind of were dominated most of the time. You know, I think the 2 penalties hurt them, so they weren't able to get on much of a roll, able to come out here with a little bit of a fire under their belly and get some net front presence and get some offensive chances.
Sam Caniff now for Dartmouth.
Now's the hardest part. You got to keep it going.
Here's Damian Medeiros picking up Reed Martin. Back to the point. Caniff couldn't get it. Now a break here for Bishop Stang. Here comes Justin Govea. Pass out in front. Reach shot blocked and deflected wide as Tyler Beck was heading to the slot area. Puck goes around the backside. Sam Caniff in the corner. Collected here now by the Indians. This is Nick Howarth. Up through the neutral zone. Halfway through the second period. Long pass ahead. Medeiros holds it. Tried to curl and get the shot.
Yeah, instead of trying to get that dangle, just get a shot on net right there. Even if you don't have the angle, just get a shot on net.
Collected here now by Stang. Long pass through the middle. It's Justin Govea into the offensive end. Taken away by Caniff. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Bounces down on Kearney, wide of the net. Kearney again covers up. Anytime he has a chance to cover up, he does. And a face-off coming up.
It's so hard to tell yourself that when you're up there. It's like, yeah, just shoot the puck. Well, if I can just make this one more, then I'm really in alone. No. Just shoot the puck. When you're in the moment, it's like so difficult to go through that progression in the 0.5 seconds that you have, you know. You want to make that extra move so you're in there by yourself, and then you can really rip a shot, you know. No, just get a shot on net. Just be simple. Get a shot on net.
The Indians out through center ice. J.C. Freights. A lot of hustle as the puck goes down in on the Indians. Faceoff is going to be called at the other end. Looks like they called icing on that. Very strict icing call. So good for Dartmouth. Faceoff in the Stang end. A lot of times officials are reluctant to call that very strict at the red line, give them a step or two, but as long as you know that's how it's going to be called.
As long as they teach us that if your stick follows through, if the follow through is at the red line, no icing.
Okay.
I usually give them even another, a little more than that.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Luke Sylvia winds up now for the Indians. A real defensive struggle here at Headland. 0-0. 6.5 to go here in the second period. Now Martin behind the net. Indians try to keep it in. At the left point, there's a shot that's blocked. Josh Nelson tried to fire one from the point. Now he's trying to keep it in. Behind the net, Peyton Allen on the forecheck. Manages to jar the puck loose, but Stang wheels out, and here they come through the neutral zone. Long pass ahead, this is Devin Allen. Devin Allen is drilled by Josh Nelson. Indians try to move it out. I think we might have a penalty coming up.
You have 2.
On the offensive side, saved by Dore.
Indians are going to have a 5-on-3 here.
Allen got a nice shot. We have a hook. So we have at least a hooking. Going to the penalty box for Bishop Stang, number 9, Devin Allen. So,
no, I guess you just got 1.
perhaps it's 1.
One guy had a trip, one guy had a hook on the same guy, but I guess it was the same incident. One guy called it differently. So, 2 minutes.
Great opportunity here for the Indians on the power play. They have a whistle immediately. Bishop Stang 0 for 2 on the power play. So we got Damian Medeiros, Nick Howarth, and Reed Martin up front. We have Sam Caniff and Kyle Charbonneau. Face off, Damian Medeiros. Back to Caniff. Caniff keeps it in. Martin plays it across, chipped away. William LaFrance was thinking about a short-handed opportunity. Talk about it a lot too. These teams, a lot of times they got penalty killers who are also snipers. And if they have a chance to go short-handed, they will. Here's Charbonneau. Couldn't cut through the box. Now it's stolen. Charbonneau, great save by Dore. Charbonneau picked up his own loose puck and put it down on Dore. Still got 132 here on the power play.
Yeah, as you were saying, you know, a lot of times in the penalty kill, you throw your best 2 players out there. Now you got 2 of your top whatever players out on the penalty kill, and sometimes they'll take a chance or they'll take an opportunity that they see. Maybe they see something a little differently than someone else will. They jump the play, and then before you know it, they're going down on a scoring opportunity shorthanded.
J.C. Freites has to go get it now for Dartmouth. Forecheck here by Stang, keeping the puck down there. That's a great job there by Billy LaFrance. And now the Indians pass it out through the neutral zone. Here's Luke Sylvia. Sylvia goes down deep, tries to set up in the corner. Playing it back, here's Nicolosi. Nicolosi out in front, one-timer, a score! J.C. Freites! Well, they talked about the hustle of J.C. Freites. They set up the one-timer, and that's one of the few ways you can beat Dore, and they do.
Yeah, and that was you know what Stang was trying to do on their power play is that cross ice pass right there. The only difference is the Stang penalty kill has left that lane open. You cannot leave the middle of the ice open on the on the penalty kill, and that's what they did. The sticks were in the right position. The sticks were to the outside rather than the inside. And they kept that lane open, and the Indians were able to take advantage of it. And that's how you're going to beat Dore. He had no chance there.
So the Indians are 1 for 1 on the power play. Stang 0 for 2. They talk about special teams and all those kinds of things the coaches do. So that came to fruition. There's another chance for Stang. A great save by Dore. Peyton Allen.
He almost squeaked through. He was able to hold on. But just going back to that goal, I mean, it's a great job right there of just working the puck around, right? I mean, I'm a big fan of just, hey, listen, you want to work the puck around, just put 2 guys in front of the net and shoot it. You know, get a screen, shoot low. But that's when you do the umbrella, and that's when it works to your advantage. When you move the puck around, you're able to get guys moving, you get them out of position. All of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys go, wait a second, the middle of the ice is open. They send it across before you know it, and bang, boom, it's in the back of the net. And that's a nice job by the Indians power play of recognizing that.
Now a chance for Stang trying to come back. A shot there on Kearney. Puck is loose in the slot. And the Indians managed to skate it out as Stang threatened with a return goal right there.
And as a penalty killer, when the other team was on the umbrella, they were doing the umbrella, which means basically they spread it out in the offensive zone. And basically what they're going to try to do is what the Indians do right there. They're going to work it around and get you to move. That way they can create a lane open for that cross-ice pass, and then it's in the back of the net. Well, if you're going to do the umbrella, then you know what? I'm just going to stay in a tight box in the penalty kill because you're going to work it here, work it there, work it there, work it here. I'm standing here. You've done nothing. All you've done is worked it around, and I'm still in the same spot, and you still don't have a shooting or passing lane.
Looks like there's going to be a tripping call against Stang to put the Indians back on the power play again. Brandon Cardelli is on the way to the penalty box. 2 minutes for tripping.
Looks like he tripped him right off the draw.
Now you're talking about that box. The tendency is that as the puck is going back and forth, you start to cheat in the direction of the puck.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden, you send it across, and there's a guy open.
So you need to when they're working the puck around in the power play. You're going to make sure that you have the tightest box possible. That way, that middle of the ice is never susceptible. It's never open. Because as soon as you start to move, boom, it's open and it's in the back of the net.
There's Caniff playing it across to Freites. hops over his stick.
Now, if they're playing a more like overload, they overload one side of the ice, they put a bunch of guys in front of the net, they shoot it. Well, then I'm gonna be more aggressive. Then I'll move around a little more because you're not really working it anyway. All I have to do is go to short distances here and there with my stick, you know, and I can play a little more aggressive that way. Maybe try to jump a play, but when they're on the umbrella working like that, tight box, because what really they're accomplishing, they're moving it around. You're giving them an opportunity to make a mistake.
Here's Freites. He's got the goal. In the corner he goes, behind the net, picking up some speed. Freites plays it back to Caniff. It hops over his stick. Slides all the way down. We talk about J.C. Freites a little bit. Sophomore, forward, very energetic player. As this play is going to be offside. Really leaving it all out. All the players are leaving it out there, but I know we noticed Freites a few minutes before we scored that goal. And like,
yeah, he really deserved the goal. He really did.
Yeah, he's a hard worker out there.
You know, and just doing a nice job of opening up on that backside on that power play. And hand-eye coordination, putting it in the back of the net. But, yeah, he really, I mean, he's had a good night, especially here in the second period. He's moving around. I mean, he was saying, geez, this guy feels like he's all over the place. And those are good guys to have in your system, create that spark, that firepower.
Damian Medeiros throws it on net. Still 53 seconds left on the Dartmouth Indian power play. There's Doré. Very tough customer in net. The only way to beat him is to get him moving, and they did on that last power play. Taking the draw now for Dartmouth is Nick Howarth. Looking to get it back to Caniff. Devin Allen gets it out of the zone for Bishop Stang, and Reed Martin has to go back to get it. Plays it to Caniff down to the last 39 seconds of the power play. Here's Reed Martin picking up speed. Into the offensive end he goes. Martin goes hard into the corner. Big hit as the puck comes around to Caniff. Caniff plays it across. Medeiros with a shot. Glove saved by Doré. Doré got a good look at that one and grabs it with a glove.
And it was up high, too. Doré also a baseball player. So, you know, just, again, shoot low. But, hey, taking offensive zone faceoff, absolutely.
25 seconds left here on the Dartmouth Indian power play. Face off to the left of the goaltender. Kept in here by Nicolosi. Backhander across, saved by Doré. Another shot. Oh, Allen is robbed. Luke Sylvia got a shot. Bouncing puck near the net. Another shot. Saved that time by Doré. As the Indians' J.C. Freites got that last shot on net.
Doré saw that second rebound opportunity at the last second. Was able to flash his right pad and make the save. So the Indians definitely coming out. I mean, definitely fired up after that first intermission. And definitely fired up after the goal. Yeah, when you're on the bench, right, you see your teammate who's busting his you-know-what out there all night, get a goal, it really fires up the bench, fires up your teammates, fires up the coaches. Seems to get everybody on the same page.
So Dartmouth 1 for 2 on the power play. Stang kills this one. And we're back to even strength for the final 2:26 of the period. A long pass up through the neutral zone. Looks like, I don't know, there's a whistle. Face-off will be down here in the neutral zone. Say hello to the folks on social media. We have a Facebook link at Dartmouth Community Media. We shared it out, and it's on YouTube. So it's good to know in the future. We'll get a little more publicity, let people know if they're not around, they happen to be out of town, whatever, they can catch the game. Here is Allen. Allen to the net. Oh, he almost had Nicolosi for a redirect. The Indians turning on the offense. Puck near the slot. Sylvia keeps it in. Luke Sylvia down deep from the point area. In the corner battling. The Indians trying to get the puck to Freites. Couldn't do it, and now Stang out the other way. Rushing the puck is Tyler Beck. Beck into the offensive end for Stang. Goes behind the net. All the way around. Nicolosi goes off of his skate. Kept in here by Stang. Played down deep here by Justin Gouveia. Behind the net. Stopped by the Indians. This is Josh Nelson. Up on the near side. Puck goes up and out of play, and a face-off coming up.
These boards are so low over here. I feel like all you have to do is lift it up just a little bit. Goes up into the netting. Remember this netting wasn't here?
Yeah. I almost got hit with the puck.
Oh, my God. People would, like, hang over the boards and stuff. It's like, that's crazy.
And one day I was announcing a UMass Dartmouth game, and all of a sudden the puck went up in the stands. I felt this breeze going right by my ear, and it was the puck coming at 100 miles an hour, missed and hit hit the back wall, and I was like, oh man, I never saw it. They put up the netting, and actually at first I was like, oh, I don't really like it, but then you kind of forget it's there. Here's Martin into the offensive end, drops it for Medeiros. Medeiros with a shot. Oh, a great glove save by Dory. Flashing the leather.
Hey, Medeiros gets an opportunity, and Medeiros gets an opportunity with a shot right in front of the slot. But look at Reed Martin in the back end right here by himself, tapping his stick, back door. And he told him after that too. He said, "I wanted that."
Yeah, as great as a shot that was, you still, I think, have a better chance with a redirect on this goaltender.
You sell the shot and then send it to him.
Puck comes all the way around, doesn't go far enough for Caniff. Stang trying to generate some offense down to the final 1:15 to go here in the second period. Still have a minute to go, but I would say that first period was kind of Stang's period and Dartmouth in the second so far. But there's a shot across, intercepted by the Dartmouth defense. Touching the puck right now is Caniff. Sam Caniff hard into the offensive end. Stopped by the Spartans. Indians trying to keep the puck in the offensive end. Here's Medeiros. Medeiros keeps it on the blue line, looking to make a play. Medeiros out in front. And looking for the redirect was Caniff. Kept in here by Charbonneau. Now Medeiros. Medeiros has a chance to shoot it. He does. It's deflected wide as Reed Martin was in front of the net again. I tell you, Reed Martin is always finding himself in front of the net.
Looks like he grew a little bit in the offseason, which is good.
Howarth looking for Damian Medeiros, intercepted. Down to the final 22 seconds. In the right wing corner it goes. Played around to the far side. Stopped here by Angelo Nicolosi. Down to the final 10. You don't want to give up anything here. Indians looking to skate it out. Can't get it out of the zone. There's a shot. Saved by Kearney. These last few seconds of the period, I'll tell you, the Indians could not clear the zone. And Stang had an opportunity in the closing seconds. So as I said, I think first period was kind of Stang's period. Second period, Dartmouth. Stang 0 for 2 on the power play in the first period. Dartmouth 1 for 2 in the second, and a very nice power play goal.
That's been the difference so far, and as you said, Stang obviously taking the first period, and then the Indians taking the second, but it's going to come down to the third. You know, Stang's going to get a talking to in the locker room, just as the Indians did in the first intermission. And we'll see how they come out in the third. You know, the Indians obviously doing a nice job in the offensive zone, getting some shots on Dory, not just the goal, but an even strength, getting some shots on net. There was a nice tip where Howarth looked for Nicolosi in front of the net. More stuff like that to get the Indians some insurance here, hopefully in the third.
So the only goal of the game with 5:12 to go in the second period on the power play, J.C. Freights. At the end of 2, it's 1-0 Dartmouth. The third period will be coming up next here on DCTV. So we wouldn't have it any other way. It all comes down to this between Dartmouth and Stang, a one-goal game. Tight checking, hard hitting. Indians really picking up the offense in the second period, but this is anybody's game going into period number 3.
Absolutely, and this game has been anybody's game the last however many years, which is what you want, obviously. You know, I mean, it's such a fun event here in the community. A lot of people turn it out every year. Take a look around the rink here. People lined up around the glass on both ends. Here in the stands as well. It's loud, it's fun, it's echoey in this old arena, and it's just a blast. It's a blast to play in it. It's a blast to watch it. It's a great community event here at Hetland.
This year, the Dartmouth Indians hosting it for the 3rd year now, since New Bedford unfortunately no longer has a team. So Dartmouth took over this tournament. Stang has a tournament in February, and Dartmouth and Stang will play in that one. Well, that'll be a lot of fun. The teams get to play twice in the last few years. Last year, Stang winning both games. Games were close. See what happens tonight as Allen will take the face-off against Matt Walsh. And here we go, period number 3. This is where you really want to be disciplined, too. You talk about penalties. The last thing you want to do is make a bad decision in the 3rd period. Angelo Nicolosi into the offensive end. Nicolosi throws it toward the net. Bouncing puck, it's loose. Dore had to go down and cover the low area. And back out to center ice it goes. On the forecheck, it's Matt Walsh. Played all the way around. That was Adam Simmons. Tossed right back, and here is Luke Sylvia for the Indians. 1-0 Dartmouth on the power play goal by J.C. Freights. And here comes Allen. Allen over the blue line. Stopped here by Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh for Stang, slides it down wide of J.P. Kearney. Getting hit behind the net that time. Delivering that hit was number 18, Adam Simmons. Play is offside at the offensive blue line.
Yeah, Nicolosi touched the puck before he went in, but puck kind of fluttered up in the air and his body then went in. He never had possession of it, so that will go for an offside.
If this game is tied, at the end of regulation, there was a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime, followed by a shootout.
Which we saw just prior to this game between Barrington and Foxborough. Foxborough ended up winning it. It was like 6th or 7th round of shootouts. Sudden death shootout.
Each team with 3 and then alternating after that. But right now the Indians don't want to see that. They got this 1-0 lead, and the puck bounces in on the Bishop Stang end. This is Marshall. Up on the left side. Bouncing puck in the slot. Martin makes a move. Couldn't get the shot off as Marshall comes back and slides it into the neutral zone. A big hit that time by Jack Jedry. Jedry couldn't get control of the puck. Reed Martin up to Damian Medeiros. Couldn't break. Kept in here now by Consoletti. Now Sam Caniff back the other way. Caniff down the right wing side. Goes behind the net. Plays it back to the point. Charbonneau across. Damian Medeiros. Down low. Caniff to the net. Saved by Dore. Nice puck movement by the Indians. Just barely keeping it in at the blue line. Staying back the other way, can't break. TJ Marcotte into the offensive end. Here's Damian Medeiros for the Indians. They slide it all the way around. This is going to be icing against the Indians.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you definitely want to stay disciplined here in this 3rd period. Don't want to give Stang the edge whatsoever. Just continue like you played in the 2nd. Stay out of the box, play hard, go to the net when you stick on the ice, good things happen. And get shots.
Face off now to the left of J.P. Kearney. Behind the net, Luke Sylvia fanned on it. Now he plays it back the other way. Souza. Jared Souza. Wing to wing, looking for Paul Duarte. Indians slide it down. Indians showing some depth as the puck is played along the wing. Now it's Stang. Long pass ahead. Allen goes in on net and crashing into the goaltender was Devin Allen, and J.P. Kearney covers it up as the helmet goes flying.
It's a good decision by Kearney. You take a look right here. He kind of hesitates, right? Here, should I go? All right, you know what? Screw it, I'm going. And no, I mean, when you come out of the net like that as a goaltender, you put yourself susceptible to that, and there was no intention there to take his head off or anything like that, so I think it was a good non-call there.
And a very exciting play as Devin Allen went hard to the net. Kearney came out, and a competitor, Coach Capello, said about Kearney, because he was backing up Gamache, never really got a chance to play. And so he's really playing this year for the first time in this type of a game. And he says he's a real competitor, and he's battling hard. Here's Nicolosi, goes wing to wing, looking for Freights. Offside, the Indians offense. Face-off coming up. Now we're talking about Nick Howarth. He's from Dartmouth. He played on Stang last year. Now he's with Dartmouth. You have a few other players. Obviously, the coach's son, Govea. We got Weeks playing, but Jack Jedry out there. He is from Dartmouth. So a lot of these players coming up the ranks, playing the youth hockey, and they are playing with each other. They've played against each other. They've probably gone to tournaments together. Now an opportunity to play in this very exciting game. There's Stang into the offensive end. Big hit that time, delivered by number 6, Josh Nelson. As Adam Simmons is going hard into the corner. Now it goes around. Stang looking for some offense. J.P. Freights gets it to Allen. Stang keeps it in. Down low, Simmons plays it around. Behind the net. Puck flipped on the near side. And the Indians go wing to wing. Freights couldn't get it. Back to get it is Consoletti. Indians fire it in. 11:25 to go. Things have tightened up just a little bit in the last few minutes of the third period. Damian Medeiros banks it around. Puck played down. Reed Martin leaves it for Luke Sylvia. Long pass up ahead to Medeiros. Damian Medeiros down deep around the corner. Tries to throw it out in front, covered by Dore. Medeiros scored a goal like that last year. He went around the net and ripped it, but this time he was shooting from a bad angle, and Dore makes the save. Dore is from Dartmouth.
Yeah, anytime you can surprise the goalie with a quick shot on net like that, can work out in your favor. And a big opponent, heavily, like to get as many shots in net as you can here.
That one just misses. Near the net, they score! I believe there was Damian Medeiros. We'll take a look at the replay, and the Indians have the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, we just talked about it. Shots, and more shots. Puck comes around the net, whether it's a bad angle, off angle, doesn't matter, and that's what you see there. He's going to tuck it in. It looks like it went 5-hole.
Might have been Freights again. Well, anyway, the Indians have the 2-0 lead. It looked like Nick Howarth was down there too. So the Indians out in front 2-0, really taking control a little bit here in the third period. It's still 10 minutes to go, a long way to go. Indians in the offensive end. That offensive power, and the shot through tip. Behind the net, Medeiros throws it back out in front, looking for Luke Sylvia. Sylvia out in front, intercepted in the neutral zone. And Bishop Stang plays it out. Long pass ahead. Here's Govea. Line change at center ice. Souza misses Ryan Martin. Ryan Martin carries into the offensive end. Now the puck is cleared all the way down. 2-0 Dartmouth in the third. Puck on the right side of the ice. Carried here by Stang into the offensive end. Devin Allen. They went hard to the net before. Big hit. Somebody lost their stick. There's a shot. Great save by Kearney. Kearney robs Devin Allen. Now in the corner, TJ Marcotte. Stang trying to get the next goal to get back into it here. Devin Allen goes high. He scores! Devin Allen makes it 2-1.
That was a snipe right over the right shoulder of Kearney. He knocked off his water bottle. And that's just going to be a short side snipe as he walks out of the corner and just drills the spot. As you take a look here, wins the puck battle. Look at, he's going to look up, sees the spot there. And man, I've talked about this before. I hate that one knee thing against the post. I hate it. Just go old school Jerry Cheevers, stand up against the side post and just, because you're so susceptible. I mean, think about it. Put yourself in the goaltender's shoes. You're on one knee leaned up against the post. Think about how many possible holes there are under the arm, between the legs a little bit, top shoulder, over. I mean, there's holes everywhere. So if you're coming out of the corner like that and you're taking a look at the goalie who's on one knee up against the post, I'm just ripping a shot, hoping that it finds a hole, because someone who's stand up against the post, there's a lot less space to shoot.
Charbonneau plays it around here to Freites. Stang getting a lift here from that goal. A save that time by Kearney. Stang down here in the Dartmouth end. The puck goes off of the ceiling, and a faceoff will be coming up. You know, talking about that one knee thing. One of your old-time coaches doesn't like that, right?
He doesn't.
That was
junior, Scott Drevich.
He's
actually a coach of Middleborough here.
He doesn't like it either.
But
that's what everybody does.
Oh man, he hated that. And he would tell our goaltenders, but that's what they teach you to do.
Right.
You know, because if a puck comes across, like let's say the guy comes out of the corner like that and he sends it across, well now you're on one knee and you can just slide over.
Nicolosi just cross-checked the guy from behind, and that was a bad decision. I mean, players have been shoving each other all night, but just gave him the cross-check, and the referee was standing right there. Take a look at it again.
Yeah, I mean, that's a penalty. Can't argue that one.
Not a good move there. I mean, the Indians giving up that goal to Stang. Stang getting a lift. Now Stang goes on the power play. One-time shot goes high and wide. The Indians tried to set that up over to Justin Gobert at what would be the off wing. Now the puck in the corner, in the near side, right in front of the Dartmouth fans. They try to work it behind the net. Out of the corner they come. Wrist shot saved that time by Kearney. Oh, the puck it's on the side of the net. He doesn't know where it is. Oh, it's still loose. The referee is not blown out dead.
Get a nice shot off on Dore, but put it right into his gut.
8:31 to go. Dartmouth leads 2-1, but Stang is on the power play. As you can see, 1:14 to go on the power play. Indians trying to hang on to this 2-1 lead. Stang definitely getting a lift from the goal to cut it to 2-1, and then an immediate power play right after. Pass across here by Matt Walsh. Oh man, that could have been a trip. Slipping down that time was Jedry, no call. The official on judgment, maybe figuring he lost an edge, but that could have been.
Yeah, it seemed like
5-on-3.
To me here, it could have gone either way. It kind of looked like he got a good hack at the stick there, and then it was kind of a step in. I don't want to call it a dive, but he didn't exactly get on either way. It was kind of like a step or a stride or two before he finally went down, and I think it is possible he lost an edge.
Down in the corner goes Consoletti. Out through the neutral zone. Here comes Consoletti.
Oh, it's offside.
And it is offside over here on the near side as Devin Allen is over the line. Only 25 seconds left on the power play. There you see the Dartmouth Indian bench. Coach Capello. A lot of experience here. Coach Gouveia, same on the other side. Martin plays it back to Marshall. Up ahead on the far side comes Gouveia. Battling for possession of the puck. There's Martin with a shot that's deflected wide. And here comes Peyton Allen, and Allen will blast it out. 10 seconds left on the power play. Marshall is being pursued behind the net as down went Cullen Larrabee. Penalty is over. Nicolosi back on the ice. Here comes Marshall. Marshall down on the near side, knocked down, taken away. Here's Nicolosi. Nicolosi to Allen. Allen flips it down cross corner, down to the final 7 minutes to go. Nicolosi banks it up on the wing. Long pass ahead. Here come the Spartans. This is Gouveia. Gouveia is knocked down by Caniff. Now in the neutral zone is Martin. Martin plays it deep. Goes behind J.P. Kearney. And it's Sam Caniff. Out through the neutral zone. Bounces down. Damian Medeiros on the forecheck. No icing. He goes hard into the corner. Tries to play it out to the slot area. Dartmouth keeps it in. Pass out in front, looking for a tip. Goes behind the net. Nick Howarth unable to get possession. Here comes Stang on the move. Stolen. Here's Medeiros. Medeiros out in front. Tipped. Rebound. Oh, Damian Medeiros couldn't get it. Howarth couldn't get control of it either. And now our opportunity for Stang the other way. Out comes Simmons. Simmons is drilled, but he gets the puck. Skate save that time by Kearney. Kearney had to stick the skate out near the post to make that stop. 6 minutes left.
Yeah, Howarth had a great opportunity there in the Stang end and just wasn't able to put it home. I couldn't tell if Dory got a piece of it or if a defenseman got a piece of it and he just kind of fluttered up in the air, but regardless, some great opportunities, some great up and down action here. It's a lot of fun again.
I'll tell you, icing play down in the Bishop Stang end. We get a look at Coach Gouveia, Brussel's, Gomes on the bench there, Andrew Medeiros. And a lot of, as we said, knowledgeable coaches in both programs. Pass up ahead here now by Stang as they are on the attack. Pass out in front. Oh, it went off a skate. Went off a Charbonneau skate. Went right through the crease. There's a shot. Great save that time on Martin by J.P. Kearney.
Does a nice job of making the save and then kind of just not moving. That way it doesn't shake loose. And as you take a look, doing a nice job here. Standing up against the post this time, then comes out, able to make a save and realizes he has it and does a nice job of rallying for the faceoff.
5:32 to go. Dartmouth 2, Stang 1 here in the Electric Headland Arena. Another enjoyable game between these two teams. Face off to the right of Kearney. Stang trying to tie it up from the left point. Hands on the shot. Damian Medeiros takes it away. Oh, he almost broke against number 14, Carusi. Puck now goes behind the net. Up on the wing. Skated out here by Dartmouth. That's Howarth. Nick Howarth down into the right wing corner. Puck being fought for down there by Carusi. Luke Sylvia collects now for the Indians. Down to the final 5 minutes. Puck fired in there on Dory. Teams change up. Ryan Martin on the defense. Long pass up ahead, goes right by everybody. That'll be icing against Stang. See teams getting a little bit fatigued on some of the decision making.
Yeah, and the end of the game, obviously, you're not just worn down physically, worn down mentally a little bit as well. And hey, you see a little here and there some bad decisions, and this is where teams start to break down. But especially early in the season, you're still trying to figure yourself out a little bit. Take a look at the Dartmouth crowd there.
Face off now to the left of Dory, the final 4:51. Face off in the right wing corner. Puck played out through the neutral zone. Charbonneau tries to get it out, can't do it. Stang keeps it in. A back check here now by Freites. Puck loose in the circle. Puck played down deep there by Tyler Beck. Stang trying to keep possession in the offensive end, down a goal. Charbonneau hurls it around. Too far ahead of J.C. Freites, but it manages to get out to center ice. 4:22 left. Here's Nicolosi to the net, out in front. Got deflected. Nicolosi tries to play it back to the point. Intercepted by Stang. And knocked down in the neutral zone. That's Tyler Beck going hard into the offensive end. Tyler Beck with a nice forecheck there for Stang. Fanning on it. Beck still has it. Allen lost an edge. Now Caniff flips it out all the way down, and it's on net, so it's no icing as the first man there was Nicolosi. And Nicolosi and Marshall having some words in front of the net. Seamus Marshall, a defenseman, 5'11", 185 from New Bedford, just a sophomore, down there along with
friendly conversation in front of the net.
At Dartmouth Indian bench, Coach Capello sending out his troops. Taking the faceoff will be Cullen Larrabee. Behind the net, Colin Walsh. Or Bishop Stang on the attack. Here it comes Ryan Martin. Martin down deep. Shot saved that time by J.P. Kearney. And he'll hang on, the junior goaltender.
And he's really had a strong game, really seeing the puck well, coming out, playing the angles, coming out aggressive when he needs to, staying back in the net when he needs to, really doing a good job with his decision making. And talking to Coach Derek Martin, he's saying his son Tyler Martin, you remember, was a force for this Indians team just a few years ago, really working with him in practice to step up his game, asking appropriate questions. Tyler doing a good job of teaching him as well. So that's a great job of having, or a great luxury of having someone like Tyler on your staff who has been in these games, has played at elite level and can teach your younger players coming up the ranks.
Tyler Martin, he really improved so much by the time he was a senior. Just a tremendous goalie. And there's a save by Dore. And Dore hangs on. Remember, Tyler Martin, very small as a freshman. Always very good for his size and age, but he improved. And by the time he was a senior, he was one of the best goalies Dartmouth ever had in the years that I've been announcing the game. So Kearney here, no experience. I mean, fundamentally, he's right there. You know what I mean? It's
the thing
really
I liked
good to
about
see.
Martin was like, make me. And this is totally against the style of play that at this time in hockey is just. Make me go down. Make me go down in the butterfly. I'm going to stay up until you make me go down. I feel like all these high school players, they try to go top shelf for the highlight reel, sports center goal. And, make me go down and make the save. Up here, I can do it easy.
Bishop Stang now down to their final 3 minutes. Nicolosi keeps it in the offensive end. Indians try to bank it down. Slide down deep behind the net. Indians trying to keep possession of the puck. No icing this time. Going hard into the offensive end is Stang. They tried to center it. Broken up that time, and a nice back check there by Caniff. Caniff got back and chopped it away. Matt Walsh now on the offense for Stang. Indians got the guns out there as the puck is out through the neutral zone. Nicolosi. Marshall chips it over to his fellow defenseman. Taken away. Trying to cut to the middle that time was J.C. Freites. 2:15 left. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender there. Dore. There's a wrist shot through. Save by Kearney. Big rebound. Puck is iced by the Indians. Dore lays it out. 2:05 left. In the offensive end, the Indians have it. Pass across. Martin has Howarth in front of the net. Martin goes behind the net. Gets knocked down. Drilled behind the net by the Stang D. Now it's Sylvia with a shot. That's blocked. Pinching down low there is Josh Nelson. Damian Medeiros down there. Medeiros out in front of Martin. Great save by Dore. What a stop by Dore.
And Martin took one extra hack after the, I hope he's not going to the box here.
Right, I don't think you should call that. This is, a little aggressive.
Not at this point in the game, and I don't think he is, but took one extra hack there, and that's why he took a couple shots from the Spartan defense if you take a look here. But
great read by the goaltender.
Yeah, and he came across. He knew he was there by himself, and it looks like Martin tried to go to the other side, and like you said, just that one extra hack at the end there, Martin's going to – he doesn't mind, though.
No, he loves it. I didn't realize until I saw the replay. Martin tried to go back to the blocker side as he was coming across, which is what you would want to do. And
yeah,
wow.
And that's why you saw that flutter on the puck. When that puck's coming at such a high rate of speed and you're slapping at it to put it back to the other side, that's force against force. That's what causes that flutter.
And somehow Dore managed to keep that blocker in the right spot. Down to a minute and a half left. We'll see if he's pulled shortly. Long pass ahead. Here's Damian Medeiros. Medeiros down to the net. Reed Martin down there. Martin tries to throw it out in front. It's loose. Now Sylvia tried to pinch, and it's a possible 2-on-1. To the net, it's Martin. Martin in. Saved by Kearney.
Luke Sylvia sells the farm, and it causes a 2-on-1 down the other way, but look at what a nice job by Kearney. And Martin lost the puck there a little bit, but he does a nice job of staying calm, staying cool, staying collective. We're going to get a timeout here by the Bishop Stang Spartans, but Kearney doing a nice job. Not overcommitting one way or the other, stay deep in his net, made it hard for Martin to make that decision. When you're coming in 2-on-1 with the game on the line, and you're going to make a split-second decision, first thing you're doing is you're looking at the goaltender, okay, what's he doing? Because the goaltender's doing two things. He's looking at you, but he wants to know where the other guy is and where the defenseman is in regards to him. Because if he knows that guy's, the defenseman's playing towards the guy with the puck, and that leaves the backdoor guy open, he knows you're going to try to send it to him, so he can almost anticipate that and make the easy save. But he did a nice job there. The defenseman kind of played in the middle, so he didn't really know what he was going to do. So it was a nice job of staying calm, not overcommitting one way or another, staying square to the puck and making the save.
And then back at the point there, the Dartmouth defenseman pinching at the wrong time, just kind of caught up in the assignment. The Indians are carrying the play, sees the puck, thinks he can get it, and boy, they just chipped it by. And
you're
a dangerous 2-on-1.
You're in the last 2 minutes of a 2-1 game that you're ahead in. If you're behind and you're taking a chance to try to keep the puck in the zone to get one last opportunity or something, then fine. But when you're at this state of the game, you can't do that. You got to play it safe. You got to go back, do the 2-on-2, and force them wide.
Taking a look at the two benches here, you got Coach Capello assisted by Martin, and see Coach Rose there. On the other side, Coach Gouveia getting the troops together. They'll have to see if they're going to pull the goalie right now with 1:08 left. It looks like it. The faceoff is in the Dartmouth Indian end with 1:08 left, and the net is empty. A yawning net at the other side of the rink. Stang looking to tie it up in the closing 1:08. Faceoff to the left of J.P. Kearney. That goes into the corner, played around by the Indians. Martin tries to stop it at the point. Chipped away. Here comes Nicolosi. Now he gets it to Allen. Allen chips it down deep. Now Stang through the neutral zone. 50 seconds left. Here comes Gouveia. Gouveia trying to get past Sylvia. Gouveia throws it toward the net. The Indians on the near side. Down to 40 seconds. Can't clear out. Backhander through a screen. Knocked down. Loose puck. Cleared away that time by Freites. And the puck is cleared down by the Indians. I think it's going to be enough for icing. And it is with 29 seconds left. So it's coming down to this. Puck in the Indian end. 29 seconds left. Indians trying to hang on. And Stang trying to send it into overtime. And there's Kearney.
That's a tough call to make. I mean, I think you got to call the icing, but number 33 for Stang, Seamus Marshall on the back end, didn't exactly kill himself to try to get to that puck because it was coming along the boards. That way you take the icing. But it's tough as a referee to try to judge that. Can the guy actually get there if he puts his max effort in? Or is that guy trying to let it go by? That way he gets that icing in that offensive zone faceoff.
Now a timeout by Coach Capello and the Dartmouth Indians with 29 seconds left. And you see the two benches there. So very exciting. The two coaches calling their timeouts, kind of rallying the troops, take a breather, and Indians hoping they could kill off this final 29.
Yeah, it was tough to see what happened with Nicolosi down here in the offensive end, whether the Stang defenseman was able to get a piece of it or if he just fanned on the shot or missed the net or whatever it was. But he had an opportunity to put it away there and couldn't capitalize. So now you're here in the defensive zone. You're going to try to draw something up here to make sure, nothing foolish happens. And I think this is more of a timeout just to say, hey, make sure you're doing your job in the defensive zone. Number one goal is to get the puck out of the net. Out of the zone. You tend to focus on, oh my God, the goalie's pulled. Well, no, just chip the puck out of the zone and don't worry. You don't send it down for an icing with 5 seconds left. You know what I mean? Just, chip the puck out. Your number one goal in the defensive zone, whether it's 29 seconds in the game and it's 2-1, or there's 10 minutes left in the game and it's 15-1, is to get the puck out of the zone.
Well, here we go. Matt Walsh taking the faceoff against Dartmouth's Nick Howarth to the left of Kearney. 29 seconds left. Puck goes into the corner. Justin Gouveia tries to throw it out in front. It goes back off of the apron. Taken away is Nicolosi. Puck comes up on the netting. No, it didn't go up on the netting. Now it's cleared out. 12 seconds left. Nicolosi couldn't get at the net. Back comes Justin Gouveia. There's only 7 seconds left. And the play is offside at the blue line with 6 seconds left. 6.3. Stang really couldn't get organized in the offensive end.
That thing's kind of got congested here at the blue line, and they're unable to stay on sides. So the faceoff will be outside the zone.
Makes it very tough when the faceoff is outside the zone. The Spartans have to get control.
Yeah, take your time getting to the dot here. Make sure you're lined up correctly. And
Allen taking the faceoff for the Indians against Jack Jedry. Puck goes down on the
nice play
Stang
by
end.
Allen to poke it away.
That's going to do it. The first meeting between these two teams goes to Dartmouth. Great game, great atmosphere, and a curtain call. Well, for those who are watching on YouTube or Facebook, we're glad to have you here live. Dartmouth Community Media. Those watching it play back here. Definitely getting some entertaining hockey between these two teams. This was really an enjoyable game tonight.
Yeah,
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, up and down action. It was very physical, especially early. And, the Indians were able to kind of survive that first period, too. Talk about those 2 shots off the crossbar, especially on that second Stang power play there in the first period. But the Indians able to weather the storm, come out in the second period with some extra firepower, really put the Spartans back on their heels, and what they do, they continue to attack. And especially in the third period, they came out, they were ready for what Stang was going to throw their way, and they were able to capitalize on their opportunities, put another puck in the back of the net just by getting a simple shot, which is what we talked about in the open. Get simple shots on net, anything can happen. You got a nice low shot there on Dory and it went in.
Final score, Dartmouth 2 and Stang 1. We got some closing thoughts in a moment here from Hedlund Arena. Before the game, we were talking to the coaches, and both of them were saying the same thing. It was going to come down to Stang's defense versus Dartmouth's offense. And Stang really had him at bay, I think, in the first period in the early going, but Dartmouth really picked it up in the second and third periods, and you really got to see the offensive talent that they have.
Yeah, as you talked about, the Indians really able to weather the storm there in the first period, and that was important. We talked about getting through those couple of penalty kills and what that does for you later in the game. It kind of gets the ball rolling, causes the goaltender to be able to see the puck, get a feel for it, while the other guy's standing there cold, not getting anything. Sometimes that works in your favor a little bit, and I think that's what you saw there in the first period by the Indians, able to penalty kill well, and like I said, weather that Bishop Stang Spartans storm.
I was really impressed with J.P. Kearney. He really didn't get a chance to play much when Gamache was in there, and a couple of times when he came in toward the end of the game for some mop-up duty, he looked really shaky. But in the summer he worked on his game, as you said, went down the board, was the MVP of the tournament. He came in here tonight, never played in a game like this before, and fundamentally sound.
Yeah, and I was talking to the assistant coach Derek Martin last night about this game, and he told me, that he's really seen an improvement just in practice. He's asking the goaltending coach, what do you see here? What I should be looking for here? When there's a guy cutting across the crease, where's my vision? Yeah, obviously I'm watching the guy with the puck, but I need to know where everybody else is too. What am I looking for? And he's asking all those right questions, which is such a good sign that, even if you're not the most athletic person, I'm not saying he's not, but if you're mentally there, oh my God, that's like 3/4 of the battle, especially at the high school level. So the fact that he's able to recognize those things and has that hockey IQ, he's going to be successful at that level, and that's what you saw here tonight.
Well, the first thing that Coach Capello said when I asked him about the goaltender, he said, this guy's a real competitor. He wants to be out there. He wants to be in the big game. So I think you saw that a little bit. Hey, you got some puck luck. It was a crossbar here and there, but I really like the Indians' offense, and the defense came to play, and goaltending. I think Kearney's going to be fine in that.
Yeah, and as a guy that comes into this program, right? You kind of show up your freshman year, your sophomore year, and you're the backup, and you come into this game, you look around, you see all the people, and you're like, oh my God, so he's probably been drooling over playing in this game for the last couple of years. He comes in as a junior. Some of the forwards and defensemen, they get to play it all 4 years. He only gets these last 2, so he comes in as a junior. He's drooling over this game, and I think you saw a little bit of that today. He was excited to be out there, saw the puck well, and got to be happy for him.
It's nice that the teams play twice, because Dartmouth and Stang will meet again in the Spartan Cup in February, so we'll always be looking forward to that one as well. Stang won both games last year. Well, this year it's Dartmouth getting the first one as they win in the opening round of the Dartmouth Christmas Tournament. They win the game 2-1. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all of the people at Dartmouth Community Media for making this game possible. And for my partner, Dylan Santos, I'm Paul Santos. Thanks again. Final score, Dartmouth 2 and the Bishop Stang Spartans 1. We'll talk to you again next time for more Dartmouth High School hockey right here on DCTV.